Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday. And after the 12 days of autumn scrap lifts ended on the 12th, here we are on the 15th with another weekly sketch. The sketch came out on Friday the 13th, the very next day after the event closed. And I'm back to doing Scrap Squad Sunday, which are the weekly scrap lifts. So this is the original, and it's by Amy Kattenbelt, who is one of my very favorite scrappers ever. And it's got a kind of some simple layering behind the photo, some embellishments that go out to the side, and a little corner bit down here and a corner bit up here. And it's a baby photo, so there are lots of clouds and other, kind of dreamy elements. I've got a photo that's a little different. It's a different size, for one thing, of all three of the kids just kind of, it must have been a rainy day or they'd been out playing in the morning and came in the afternoon, and you'll recognize a Kallax unit, which in those days were called Expedite. And it's where Ava stored her toys. This was a kind of a den area, and Barrett is facing a television that's up above the fireplace, which is over here. Here's Ava's little table that she served tea parties on. And Katie is there kind of playing, doing some setting up of a little town and playing with Ava. Ava's working with a dollhouse up here. She's got her My Little Ponies around. This is kind of how I like to remember it. You know what I'm saying? It's not a particularly good photograph. There's some light coming in the windows there, and I kind of had to play with it a little bit to get enough contrast to be able to see details. But I remember the rug, and I remember all of the toy setup, and it was really cool. The toys would get spread out completely over the rug, and in the evenings before they went to bed, all the toys went back into the various cubbies in the Kallax unit. This Kallax unit is now filled with, I think it's been painted yellow, and it's filled with scrapbook albums, and it's in my John's old workshop. So anyway, I'm going to, I pulled some scraps from my Scrap Backwards kit, and I'm just going to kind of piece together some things that don't match and see if in the end we can get something that looks like it belongs together. That's always a challenge when I'm at the helm. It's how on earth is she going to bring all that stuff together? So I have this. This is an old piece of My Mind's Eye paper, and I think it was actually called Vintage or Nostalgia or something like that. And I like the kind of vintagey stuff that's going to show, and I'm not going to bring things out all the way to the edge, so these edges will show. And then I have this, which is a Paige Evans paper, and I thought it was an absolute contrast. It doesn't have any elements of this in it, and it looks bright and modern. So how much bigger a contrast could you get? I guess I could have used the lavender side, right? So I'm just going to kind of put this, line it up with the dots there, and I'm going to put this one this way. This is, I don't know who made this paper, but it came from a Mind the Scrap kit. And Mind the Scrap is where I met Amy Kattenbelt. This, I know, is a Cocoa Vanilla Christmas paper. So I'm just going to put that right there. I'd like to back this on something. I'd like to have a, let's see if I can pull piece of paper. Let's go for something completely different. This is also My Mind's Eye, and it has kind of an orangey yellow color that is in this floral. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it. I've got my sticker sheets from my Scrap Backwards kit. We'll see if there's anything I can use there. And I have some other sticker sheets from Pink Fresh collections. And I have some flowers that were cut from a Pink Fresh paper. And then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, so I'm gonna put that right there. And then let's put some foam back here. I'm not going to worry that it doesn't fill it completely. This little corner is not going to make much difference in the grand scheme of things. Actually, let me move it over because I want to put something there. On one of these sticker sheets, there is a little bit of scalloped edge. And when Rebecca Meadows did her version of this, she used a scalloped edge. And so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to have it kind of slightly offset. And I used this before on top of that as a, you know, kind of a contrast. There's also in the original, I'll show you here. There's this little, looks like a Project Life card. And I thought maybe I could put this here, and that would bring in some of these hot pinks that are there. And I'm going to go ahead and line it up on there. Okay. You know, still not everything goes with everything else. I'm gonna take, there's a lot of this rug showing, and these flowers are absolutely not a match for the florals in here. And I think that's too big. It's covering too much of it. No, I guess I could use it like that. Let me just put a piece of foam behind it and let it kind of stand up. I just want to be sure that this shows. And I'm okay with the difference in those florals. As you have come to expect, I'm sure, I don't require or even like for things to be too matchy-matchy. And so you'll not find, oh, occasionally I will stick within a kit or within a collection and do some matchy-matchy stuff. I'll just kind of put that right there. And so a lot of that floral is showing there. Now I want to make a little corner thingy over here. I'm just going to put this down like so. And I'm going to use one of these clips, and underneath the clip, I'm going to have a word strip, and I'm not sure what yet. Let me get a something right. Let me push this back up. I'll put that right there. And I will take, I'm not going to take the backing off of that because I don't care if it moves around a bit. I'm going to go a little bit wonky. Well, yeah, I'm going to take that off. I do care if it would be nicer if it stuck. So I saw on here, this says The Perfect Day, and it's in a pink that kind of brings in some of these pinks. It's a little bit too long, so I'm going to cut some off of it. And the way the stickers were cut, this has a little bit of white border, and I don't like that. So I'm going to distress it. So even though that white shows, by the time I distress all around, it'll look like it was the same before I distressed it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So now I'm going to put another little bit of, let's put a little bit of foam behind it. There we go. Okay, and I have another sticker, this one that I kind of peeled the end off of, and I could kind of tuck that right there. The colors just really match nicely. And I have this word, well, let's do this corner bit up here. I cut that as a corner piece, and I was going to use this underneath it. And I still kind of like that. Or I could do that. I think I'll do that. Just different. It's just something different. And I'm going to bring it down a little bit so that some of the blue border shows. And then this, I'm going to put on a little bit of foam, kind of up in the corner. And I'll let the rest kind of do what it wants. Okay. And I kind of like, I want to use this word fun. Maybe here. Oh, how about up here? Let's do that. I'm kind of trying to see where that's placed. It needs to be down a little bit, and then Okay, so I think that's good placement. I have this that says life is an adventure, and it'll contrast nicely with all of this that's going on down here. That was punched out of a piece of chipboard from, I'm not sure where. Oh, from a 49 and Market Vintage Artistry Everywhere is where that came from. Okay, I've got this little sticker that says adorable, and I'm going to put a bit of foam behind it. Maybe whoops. I'm going to let that kind of close off this kind of ugly end down here, and I may put something else. I've got this little banner that says be wild, be free, be you, and I thought that was appropriate. So it could go maybe right there. And then I'm going to look for something to go right there. There is I don't know that any of these is appropriate, but let me see if I can find something. How about, I know I'm going to have a bee and a squirrel and a ladybug. So I could do a grouping of them. I could do, I really need it to go the other way. Let's see. Here, I could put this little guy there. The squirrel is always the hardest to fit in, so I thought I'd put it on first. And I'm going to use a tiny bit of foam tape. This is another one of those anything goes, let's use up scraps kind of a page. And I always feel more comfortable doing that for pages about the kids than other pages that I might want to have a little bit more sophisticated look. Okay, and here's a bee. And I'm gonna put the bee right here. And then I'll put a ladybug there. If I can find my ladybugs. Let's get I'll use one with white dots. There we go. Okay, is there anything else I might want to put? I have this floral print, this floral print, and this floral print. You couldn't get any more different if you tried. So now, let's go through the sticker sheets and see if there are some small sentiments that I might want to add in there. There is this one that says happiness. And I can kind of put that right there. There are several others. This one that says Together Forever is also kind of cool. This one says More of This. Let's see. Let me get where I can get a good orientation on this. Well, how about right there? But I kind of want something to come out from here. And I just need this to be lined up so that it doesn't look out of place. Okay, and on here, Doing What We Love. It's kind of cute. And here's that lavender color that I didn't use. Oops. The N is crooked and I need to straighten it. Normally, I don't care, but for the, now, could that go there? I think that's kind of cool. And Together, you know how to say, Feels Like Home is a nice one. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little glue here just to kind of hold that down because I don't want it picking up. And is there anything here? Take note, yes, be kind right now. These are some autumn things. There's a hooray, sit and stay a while. Nothing that I have to use. And on here, don't see anything in particular that I want to use. I could maybe have used that heart with the arrow through it if I hadn't used the Home Sweet Home sticker. Life is a Journey, Enjoy the Ride would have been cute. Don't see anything there. What might we have here? Toys. Let's get that. And it's yellow, and I get to add another little shot of yellow to the page. I don't know if that ABC is ever going to be usable. Let's see, Born to Be Wild. Let's go with that because it's got that hot pink color. Don't Feed the Monkeys. Ooh, is there someplace I could put that? Let's see. Oh, this is just too good not to use, right? Here. I don't know. I don't know where I want to use it. I'm kind of thinking of it as going up in here. Let's see where these are going to go. This Born to Be Wild, I want to put it someplace that this hot pink color isn't. So maybe right here. And then this that says Toys can go kind of right in there. I'm not covering anything there. That's still kind of, it's, how about, it's just a little too long. So let me cut a little bit off of it. There we go. Let's see if this works now. There, it doesn't touch a person. And I don't know that we're gonna find a place for this Don't Feed the Monkeys. It could go kind of under there. I could have put it up there if I hadn't put the fun there. It could maybe go here, kind of to balance this adorable thing that's down here. Why don't we do that? I always can explain things to myself in terms of balancing things I've put elsewhere, whether it makes any sense or not. Let's do that. I kind of need it to be at a different height from this. And then I still need something right in here as a third element of this little trio down here. And I don't know what I want to use. Maybe I've got some wood pieces. Let's see what other things I might have. A camera? How about a camera? Oh, here's a little thing that says love you more. That would be cute. Just kind of right there. Or do I want a camera right there? I could move it off to the side and just put a little thing right here. And then let's see if the love you more fits maybe I just want to use it. So I'm gonna squint my eyes and put it down someplace. Here, where you can read it, but it still seems connected to this floral cluster. Okay, I'm done. This was fun. I've had this photo kicking around on my desk for a little bit, and I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with it. And in a nod to Rebecca Meadows' version, she had some sunglasses up in this top cluster. I'm gonna add these little sunglasses there, and the more of this could be referring to more sunshine. All right, I'm done, and this page is done, and it's another crazy one. I had no idea where it was going, and I've used a lot of stuff from my Scrap Backwards kit, and I love it. So thank you for watching. Bye, and happy Scrap Squad Sunday.